Yow! What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Map 2 of the ESEA Season 14 Grand Finals. We are on Process here, lovely little map. And the classic Mixup, having won the first map by a huge 5-0, is in the red here, surging forward with a quick fix. Good positioning by Smacka, aka the Joker is what he's tagged up in game. To get on top of that rock. We see that soldier thrown up in the air. Oh! I'm not quite sure if that connected. We didn't get a particle effect. Could have been a demo playback error. Huge shot though. That soldier thrown crazy high up in the air. Mix-up staying pretty tight here. They have 4 up. Platinum jumping over, trying to get to where that health pack was. It wasn't up though. He goes down to Lansky. Now the surge in from blue team. Aggressive action. Quick fix Ubers popped on both sides. Mix-ups was a little bit later. And good escape with that quick fix. Yeah, that quick fix allowed in this game. Now, a bit of drama going on around that item. You know, the game definitely in flux, and currently the quick fix very powerful. Now, ESEA made a string of interesting decisions. In the past, when weapons have changed drastically, they've banned them so that they won't affect the integrity of the season. Instead, they did not ban the quick fix, they allowed it. But just recently, following the conclusion of this LAN, they announced that they were going to ban it, which is a little disappointing in my opinion, but everybody has their own opinion, and that's a conversation for another time and place. Right now, though, we will definitely see how the quick fix affects these two teams as both medics using it and ready with a charge here, trying to move through computer intel, whatever you want to call it, in towards this upper balcony area. But they do get stuff trying to rotate the balcony. Now pressure on the red demo man. That is Siegel, and Shrugger gets right on top of him and pistols him down. Now this LAN is one of the biggest events for TF2 in North America. Another huge event going on recently in Europe for TF2. Now let's watch this quick fix battle though. Medics just jumping around. The bomb, counter bomb, and the quick fix Ubers basically just get traded there. I was, of course, speaking of I-49, which HRG qualified for by winning the last ESEA LAN. Qualified for to be the recipients of a fantastic community fundraiser. But now let's look as Red tries to move in here. Kind of getting mixed up here, so much so that Luke doesn't quite know where to aim the camera. Does get to see Hardloop picked out of the sky. Combination of Shrugger with the pistol. Heard that clack, clack, clack. And Lansky with his shotgun. Now, I-49 coverage being organized by the VanillaTV organization. You can see all their live VODs on their YouTube channel. And perhaps XTV will do some post-produced casts of those I-49 games as well, because I know that I certainly would like to watch them. Red team positioned on the backside of the spire. They do take some good spam from Tag and Lansky. And now the action just kind of floating right around. Quick fix Ubers had been popped, so that fast heal definitely allows for teams an opportunity to get out, to make sure that everybody's going to stay alive. A lot of switching from the medics. And allowing for new interesting positions that we haven't really seen much of before as well. You see shade on top of the rock. It's definitely going to allow players to get into some weird spots. Blue's starting to position in a little bit more. But they do get stuffed on that choke. Shade took a lot of damage, went down to 42 health. He's going to walk all the way back to a health pack. Looks like maybe the large one in the bottle. Yeah, large one. And in the meantime, Banny goes down, as well as a couple mix-up players. So we've had some trades, but losing Banny is definitely a big loss versus Hardblue and Enigma. Oh! Tag coming around. Great bomb. And then gets into the sewer as well. So he's going to be able to pick up a health pack, stay healthy. Just forces Debes to go for this back cap attempt. Now that's a decent attempt, but it looks like there's nobody from Red who could possibly contest the Spire. So that ×2 is going to be rather irrelevant. Looks like he did pick up Banny though on his way back to the scene of the fight. So that's a nice pickup. Going to slow down the offense of HRG just a little bit more. And classic Mixup going to go with a heavy weapons guy as well on Enigma. Another attempt to slow up the offense here. Now the quick fix is ready to go for HRG. Classic Mixup running the Uber Charge, which could be an excellent pick here, especially if HRG takes a while to get in. They are coming now, but 80% charge on the medic gun. Pressure from around the sides. And people, I think, still up top. Tag goes down. Sugar gets a kill on Harblue. Platinum rotating out for some heals. And everybody pretty healthy for Classic Mixup, so HRG not going to be able to do a whole lot here. And looks like they might push out with this Uber Charge here, which is good to see. I mean, this is one of the exchanges of the game that's exciting. If quic-fix is good for offense, but you get stuffed trying to push last, then the defensive team that's running Uber Charge should basically get the second point for free. I don't feel like that's a bad thing to happen in the game. I had a lot of conversations with Chris Shedder from the esports blog Keeker DC, KEEKER DC.com. He's got a lot of interesting things to say about esports. We've talked a lot about TF2, and I think the quic-fix and some of these mechanics definitely push things in the right direction. But now Tag going in for a bomb. He gets dropped down. Does get some good damage, but there's not really a whole lot of follow-up there. I guess he was probably just trying to force the Uber out, which is a great move, great play to try to make if you're up against that Uber Charge. And again, that's kind of some of the more interesting dynamics that get thrown in here now that you got 3 medic guns on the field. Always could do that as crits versus Uber Charge, but you know, crits maybe not as useful defensively as the quic-fix is. Certainly up to debate. You can get these, you know, amazing defensive 6K sticky kills, but that's not going to happen if the team has an Uber Charge and is pushing right into you with it. So Enigma does get the body shot snipe on Shrugger underneath that we saw there. Ooh, and then a nice headshot on Vanny. That's a good pick there. Uber Charge comes out as well, trying to get a ton of damage on the heavy weapons guy, which is the play they need to make, and they do get the kill there. The pressure is going to continue with the jump over the top. Now, Red is on medic gun, so, you know, Smacka did not get pulled forward in with that jump by his pocket soldier. Harblue looking to maybe make a jump in here. Does go over the top here, I think to the left. Yeah, you can see him putting some damage on the combo before he gets out. Enigma goes down, but Seagull does get a kill on Tag. Sticky's over the top on the choke, throwing a little bit more damage down as well. At the meantime, Shrugger kills DeBess, which gives HRG a one-man advantage. I'm going to rotate into choke here, pushing this route. Lansky with the as full of an overbuff as he can get from the quic-fix. Shrugger a little banged up, so maybe going to wait around for a little bit more heals. And Red just poking a little bit, but decides, yeah, maybe we don't want to push through there. They're going to take the time with this Uber Charge, since you know, it's you gotta make it work when you use an Uber Charge, and that's what I think teams are finding out with this dynamic between the quic-fix and the Uber Charge. It's hard to get the Uber Charge to have an impact against a quic-fix team. And then the quic-fix team is able to build another charge faster and then able to push and attack. And also, you know, that's eased by the added mobility of the medic. Especially nice on, you know, open maps like Process. Goalie wash last, kind of closed. So, you know, team running quic-fix there on offense. Not going to have the same sort of mobility. Tag jumps in again. You know, this is probably just another attempt to get a bomb. Looks like you can see through the outlines, we have a big flank coming in through intel. Here comes the combo, Platinum and Smacka getting through undetected. And now, maybe a little bit of miscommunication. Smacka was moving forward to try to find Harblue, and Platinum was moving backwards and out through sewers. Now they're back here to deal with Sizer on the point. Do get the frag there, but this quic-fix coming in is going to be pretty helpful, just with the faster heal rate and everything. They don't have the charge yet, but just the medics, mobility, all that. They're pushing in even further now too, in towards last point, looking to build this charge quickly, and then I think utilize it on top of the heavy weapons guy. Now Banny going to go for the cutoff. That's a great movement in order to get some damage out there. He's down to 30 health though, so he's going to have to be careful. rotating behind to get with the medic, and the quick-fix Uber charge has been popped. Wow! Tag just getting on top of the point and skanking it away from the classic mix-up team there. Very nice capture. I didn't actually even really see when they got a ton of time on there, but I guess fairly obviously one of the scouts must have put in some work on it. Both teams switch over to quick-fix for the middle point. Definitely a very strong gun because of the extra mobility and heal rate. Controlling the health pack is the red team, which is good. Blue team has taken up maybe a slightly more forward position on their own health pack. Lansky with the shotgun kill on Harblue. Slicer down for HRG as well. All the way in this corner. Wow. And Moose is just going to jump right in and meat shot Shade. Tag gets crit damage somehow. I guess that, oh, that must have been Equalizer. Or sorry, Escape Plan. Strucker goes down to Enigma. Was hoping to get the frag there, but Enigma fat heals and not going to go down to those two. So good middle fight. HRG end up losing it. Nice positioning there. Got some good early frags, but I think it was just strength of Enigma and Seagull shining through, combined with being able to keep Joker alive and having an impact in the fight. Smacker getting thrown around as well. Yeah, weird positioning all over the place. HRG taking some decent damage. Lansky goes down. Tag not very healthy either. Quick-fix in for red team. Right on top of the blue demo man. He's going to jump away. That is Banny. And, sorry, I was trying to figure out which scout that was. But blue looks like they're just going to counter right back in. Their quick-fix has popped off. Very well-heeled team right now. A lot of numbers in the green. And now just getting their sixth player. But they had very good forward pressure. Not entirely sure where Harblue went down there. Considering he's such a crazy roamer player, he was probably forward trying to make a play. Unfortunately, didn't quite work for him. Smecca almost has his quick-fix charge. Blue team Shade on quick-fix as well. And about to get his charge additionally. Looks like Harblue gone spy, so I don't know if that was part of his master plan of going down there as well. Harblue, an amazing caller, an amazing player to watch in person because he's very animated and a loud caller. It's really interesting to hear him communicate and doing a great job talking around the edges here. I guess you could call him a proponent of Highlander in some ways. I don't know how he totally feels about it now, but he has played in the Highlander leagues before. Does just get two-piped by Banny. So good stealthiness, good intrigue, but perhaps the bated breath from the spectators behind classic mix-up giving it away for HRG. It seemed like they were pretty on top of it. Alluded to it a little bit in the map 1 coverage, but big money on the line here, so teams playing very cautious. Classic mix-up are coming from the lower bracket, so winning that first map is definitely a plus for them. But they have to win this best of 3 in order to reset the series and get a second best of 3. So winning this map would be very important to them. If they lose this map, they still have one more chance to reset the series. But then they're also going to be potentially losing the series and their shot at first place. Money on the line here for ESEA. ESEA is a pay-to-play league, and you have to pay a league fee and a premium. But those fees go towards supporting the prize pots as well as just the existence of the league itself. If you're interested in playing, the Season 15 registration is ongoing. You can find teams through Godfrag, TeamFortressTV, or the ESEA forums themselves. I think maybe True TF2 on Reddit, possibly a decent recruitment spot as well. Portland Burnsiders played last season. We had a fun time. Kind of got stomped. Not entirely sure if we're going to be playing again this season. Just some of our core players kind of been unable to play a lot, so we're a little short on manpower at the moment. That is irrelevant, though, because these players are way better than the Portland Burnsiders. Enigma going down right now, as Red Team was able to capture that second point, holding out, and then it just kind of weirdly fell apart there. hard to pinpoint exactly, but it was a good push in from blue. Now we see that Smacka has switched over to quic-fix, which will be effective for him if they can, get the right players in the right position, land those rockets, land those stickies, whatever it is. Right now they are waiting for Seagull to come up. He's going to spawn all the way at the last point, so they're going to have to go with the soldier. Kind of stuffed on that. Yeah. Unfortunately, the quic-fix, excuse me, the quic-fix, a very effective counter to the quic-fix, but you have to nail your shots. And Demoman always kind of the preferred target, but if you got to use it on a soldier, you got to use it on a soldier. And Platinum just kind of got stuffed there on choke, didn't do anything, couldn't get around the corner, couldn't land the shots. In the meantime, though, his team is definitely persevering. Platinum went down in the sewers there, but his team able to get the follow-up, the cleanup kills, and HRG kind of, even though they stuffed that crits, they kind of got scattered and discombobulated and lost some of their momentum, some of their frags. So red team still on crits, and they have Seagull up, and they have the crits ready to go. The jump in to see where the stickies are, and don't think that was necessarily communicated. Almost huge crit rockets there from I believe Hardblue. Looks like Platinum Enigma going down. Hardblue was the one that was with the medic there. Smacka going down as well. So now pretty much the cleanup crew is here. Seagull is respawning. I don't know where the best is, but that looks like his outline going through the balcony and onto Spire. A couple forward spawns, so that's pretty helpful for Classic Mixup, including Enigma on Heavy Weapons guy. But HRG is starting to exert their force a little bit more. Definitely unfortunate that quic-fix got shut down once again on Seagull. Yeah, I don't know if those stickies did actually get seen, and it seemed like that soldier jumped through and then turned around and looked at him. In the heat of the moment, though, some of those finer details of the location of stickies can be hard to communicate on the fly. And if he would have been, a little bit closer to the point, 5 feet, he might have been able to survive that blast. Now we see Enigma trying to push out with that quic-fix heavy. Quic-fix heavy, very effective to that increased heal rate. So, even though you don't have the same, 450 starting health as a fully buffed heavy, just the ability to heal them faster works really, really excellent. Hardblue getting picked out of the air. And red team just trying to poke a little bit. Hardblue at Suicide probably wasn't, off-classing related, since they do have their backs to the spawn. They're just walk back in there. Probably just trying to see what was up with the situation, where people were hanging out, and what gun that HRG was using. Now there is a common trick that you'll see in the last game, I believe we saw Shrugger doing, switching a spy, and by doing that you can tell what medic gun the medic is using by pretending to be the medic and pretending to use that gun. Then it'll tell you what it is. So that's a nice little trick. Now, players just posting up. Red does seem like they want to be aggressive here. They want to fight, and they want to push out of this territory, which is good. Gotta do something. They are being cautious with it, however, not going to force anything too hard. You can see by the outlines they have 5 of their players all on that side. Shade going to completely switch guns. So this is going to be part of the dilemma, I guess, of having multiple guns and some of these attacking scenarios. But I think it's good, and maybe some of the complaints about how the quic-fix negatively affected the game on Goalie Wash are a question of format. When you have an hour-long game, you don't really want to see players wasting time. If you were playing several 30-minute maps, maybe it's a different circumstance. Because definitely Shade, going back, cycling that quic-fix, well, this has worked out for them as well. They just totally stuffed that classic mix-up push without a quic-fix, without a charge. They switched over to quic-fix so that they could come out here, they could do something aggressive, and they're certainly doing that right now. This quic-fix certainly going to help them hold on to that point. Didn't really matter. So really good meta shift by Shade and HRG, realizing, hey, we got this player spawning. Let's pull Shade all the way back. Let's switch him over to Kritzkrieg, be more effective attacking against that quick fix. And then Mixup pushing out and not able to effectively, attack. Lost a lot of players, lost the round. Now, Shade was on top of the containers for a little bit, took some damage. Did see a good start to this middle fight by Mixup, getting aggressive, taking position, stealing health packs. And now Shade and Tag down. The Mark of Death out on Platinum. Definitely a newer feature as part of the Valve balancing. And perhaps, hopefully maybe some other melee unlocks will be considered in ESEA. I really feel like disciplinary action is kind of a skillful item that's been overlooked in sixes, unfortunately. I know that players are afraid of heavies being whipped to mid, but I think it's kind of irrelevant. Now, jump over the top here. Banny kind of backing off. Pipes laid down to just help with the roller damage. But Classic Mixup going to be able to take this position. Shade with the quick fix charged up. See players fairly far forward, but Mixup a little bit suspicious of what lays beyond that wall and that corner. Similar positioning has been taken up by both teams when they're playing this defense. Wow, I don't know where those guys came from. Looks like they came from maybe underneath. Very, very sneaky, very fast play coming out. Smacka does have his quick fix, but they're going to sacrifice the positioning here. Now, Seagull kind of alone on choke side. He's healthy though, so it's not really too big of a deal. Gonna have to get the support though, as he's kind of pushing out. Enigma on the snipes though. This is pretty good positioning, pretty good teamwork, cohesion to be able to allow this opportunity from the super side, but he's kind of got to do some work here. Yeah, I don't believe he hit that shot, and hasn't been able to connect. That's definitely the downside of Sniper. Offensively, it can be a very useful tool. You can definitely open things up and make it happen. But in the 6v6 realm, oh, and there it goes. He does get Lansky, but he goes down. Let's focus on this push, and I can ramble about Sniper a little bit more later. Sugar and Tag get combined on Harblu, but Slicer the heavy for HRG does go down. Dave's down, so now just 3 for Classic Mixup. HRG 4 strong. Gonna go for the flank here. Tag thrown up in the air. Oof. Does not totally surf that. Does got the gunboats. Able to pick up the mid health back to get up to 120 health. I'm just kind of jumping around, and he goes down. No problem. Yeah, Sniper's great, but it's just, if you can't connect, you can't do the damage, then you're kind of worthless. So, it's just how it goes, and that's why, as I've gotten older, I've played less and less Sniper. Maybe I just need to play more Sniper and stop missing shots. But, everybody's got their own approach. Mine's quitting sometimes. No, I'm just joking. Reminded of a Dave Chappelle stand-up joke. Well, Chappelle's are quitters. But anyways, Classic Mixup here now, starting to push. Good quick fix, just jump over the top, but right into the midst of HRG. They get Shade, but you kind of just traded a medic and a soldier for a medic. So, yeah, you're going to have to follow that up with some huge plays. And right now it's 2 versus 3. They just keep bleeding players, so they do not have the advantage whatsoever. Seagull's still up. Sugar just, saying, I don't really care that I just have 16 health, because I could have 70 health and you can still kill me in one shot. So Sugar just kind of dodges around and ends up picking a health pack up somewhere and starts moving forward. Pressure on the combo, but Smacka doing a good job of keeping Platinum pretty healthy, while also staying out of the range of attacks. Scout for HRG trying to float around the sides. And now most of HRG on the scene of the crime. Joker does go down to Sizer. Good flank pressure from him. Sizer and Sugar just kept floating around on the edges. Tag goes down. There goes Banny too, though. So Classic Mixup now getting some good frags. Ooh, there we go. That is a wipe. Capping Spire should be no problem. Let's see, though, how quickly they can follow this up. Are going to get one series of spawns out for HRG. Scout already getting on the last point. Going to get some time on it at least. If he doesn't fully get the capture, there we go. Classic Mix-Up. Good follow-up to that pressure and able to capitalize on it. Should be getting a text notification. Yep, 5 minutes left in the half. So still an opportunity for one team to get a round victory here. If HRG does, then that will take us to the second half immediately. While Classic Mix-Up, you know, there's time for 2, but they better make it quick. That's their plan. I'm sure they would love to plan on that. Soldier, I think that's Hard Blue, gets way thrown up in the air, ends up just crashing right back down, taken out by Shrugger as soon as he lands. Enigma going down as well, which means that Moose is behind enemy lines here. Looks like Banny was probably suspicious of that. Yeah, I think they've spotted him, so probably should just get cleaned up pretty quickly here. Yeah, hiding all the way back and still running around, but it's going to end eventually for you. Wow. Great dodges. There we go, though. Tag. Very nice, crisp rocket. And that just also allows blue team to build their Uber charge a little bit, or sorry, quic-fix charge. Red takes advantage of DeBest pulling so many players back, though. And great positioning by them. Enigma with 14 health floating around. Gets the frag on Tag. Going to pick up the health pack on the side there, too, so he's back to half health. And quic-fix jump over the top. Don't quite land on the railing, the catwalk. Now blue team pushing forward. Red was not able to capture the point there, but it is only 3 up. Well, excuse me, was 3 up. It's 3 locally for HRG. That means that if Mix-Up can get some frags, then they can make some plays happen. Yeah, it looks like they are going to do just that and taking the point here. The scouts pressuring forward. They did lose Seagull in that push. You know, always unfortunate to lose your demo man, but still able to hold their strengths, hold their positioning, hold their heals, and get the frags. Quic-fix again on both sides, used by blue team now, and they're gonna skip forward with these jumps. Shay doing a good job. I don't think he wanted to move forward there, and he did not move forward there. Kind of ends up just being like a weird little pogo jump if you're medic and just kill your forward momentum jumps like that. Now, Mix-Up just trying to really get some follow-up frags here as they're cleaning up and chasing HRG off the point. Looks like Shade does go down there. Moose was, I think, on that lower side, got Shade as he was coming through underneath. Big jump over the top again here by Smacka. Oh, but there's the frag, though, on Tag. Not that many players up. Smacka kind of skipping around. I think he wanted to land on Spire there, but didn't quite get it. Good offense by Classic Mix-Up. Able to get the frags, able to capture that Spire point. And looking to get the tie here, looking to make it 2-2. Looks like they'll be able to, no problem, getting that last point. And they'll be really able to contest from HRG. Quic-fix out from both teams. 1:47 remaining in the half. Now, Process is a pretty fast, speedy map. That last round was 3 minutes and 14 seconds for you quick mathematicians out there. You know, 1:47 is pretty tough to do. And HRG coming out here getting some damage out there. I need some follow-up on Platinum and Hard Blue to follow that up. Hard Blue does go down there. And Banny, oh man, just pipes both of the Mix-Up scouts. Says, get away from me. I don't want to talk about it. Just stop attacking me already. So it looks like HRG is going to be the successful team on the middle point here. They're going to capture this with, you know, not really a full wipe by Classic Mix-Up, just losing half of their team on the point here. Going to be tough to get in. Going to be tough to get the quick capture. Excuse me, my coffee I started drinking to get hyped for this match, giving me the hiccups a little bit. Downsides of a solo cast, I can't have somebody else ramble while I hiccup quietly off the mic. Now, HRG trying to get a push in on the left side, at least just establish some presence. Looks like they're going to rotate, though. It's always a matter of perspective on left and right here in TF2. Going to be pushing out of door number 2, which would be the most clear way to label these things. And now actually, well, Shade was trying to back out there, then he realized, no, we actually have pretty good heals. Why don't we just stay in here? Wow, and look at that. They do end up pulling off the round win there. Would have liked to see the clock on that and exactly how quick that was. Definitely got to be a little bit disappointing to Mixup to give that up there. They didn't, you know, it's always disappointing when you give up a capture point and you still have players alive. That's just how it is. You know, it's one of those things that if I was a TF2 coach, I would admonish my players for that. You know, any single time that happened and lost a round, because you know you need to stop it. You need to get players on the point, and Mixup didn't do that there. Now they're on the blue team, and Platinum getting a shotgun kill on Tag. Things fairly close until Platinum goes down, and there goes Smacka as well. While Sizer combining with Lansky getting big frags. Sizer does go down, but still frags being chased. Dabes going through the point. Now, I think it should be pronounced Dabes all the time, but Dabes is one syllable shorter, and that's kind of important to me when casting a game here. So, sorry to the big man upstairs, wherever he lives. I don't know. East Coast somewhere. Hardblue goes down. Now, Seagull trying to get some forward pressure here out on the balcony. A little bit of a risk, but rotating into more the lobby side. Shade on the quick fix, and now the defensive crit streak out here by Smacka. Defensive crits can be tough. Can be tough. It counters the quick fix, so I mean that's good. HRG, if they push into them with this, they get an effective crit here, but they haven't finished building it. 5 percentage points away, and nobody really on top of Smacka. Oh, now he's at half health, down to 10 health though. That's just part of the problem, you know. I mean, he's down to half health before he even fully got it. And that means that just a little bit more damage, and he's down to 13 health, and then just finished up. So defensive crits, you know, just a few percentage points behind. HRG doing a good job of getting forward, getting aggressive, and being able to capitalize on that situation in those circumstances. So a 4-2 lead here for HRG. One more round, and they will take this map, which will push us to a third map. Which I hope you, ladies and gentlemen, tune in to watch as well. Now Banny gets an opening frag on a Hardblue while Tag goes down, but Sugar follows up on the damage that Tag does, get Platinum, and then steals the health back as well. Oh man, Sugar still going with the pistol right on top of Seagull. Seagull very damaged, finished up by Sizer and his scattergun. That means that Enigma and Smacka going to have to back up. Shade's got the quick fix. Joker still has the quick fix, but with the player advantage for HRG, they're going to be able to take some position here, and they force some sort of reaction out of classic Mixup. A little bit of the awkward jump in, but now jumps going the other way as Lansky and Shade jump forward. Shade still getting thrown around. That other second jump by Lansky does help Shade get away. Big pressure in. Shade going to go down. Hardblue getting a double kill before he gets taken out by Lansky. Tag down as well. So just a 2-on-2, but HRG really without much heals. They do get the capture on Spire, which is going to be very important because look at those 4 players about to spawn from that forward spawn. Now finishing caps is definitely another important basic game fundamental of TF2. You know, if they kind of dicked around a little bit, excuse my language, and you know, not finish the capture, maybe try to get 1 or 2 follow-up frags, and not gotten that point, they wouldn't have got those 4 players forward, and they probably would have lost the middle point. You know, Mixup were in a good attacking position, still are as a matter of fact, although HRG is running the crit streak. Smacka about to get his charge, should definitely use it to keep everybody healthy, everybody alive, as well as himself. But they're just going to be able to capture this point for free, so not really going to have to utilize the charge, which is kind of the, you know, some of the interesting dynamics of TF2 as well, when you have all these different guns going on for the medics to choose from. Because, you know, they could have gone crazy aggressive there with that quick fix charge, you know, really tried to push in hard, really tried to make a play happen in order to be able to deny this crit streak, to make some sort of impact on this crit streak. But, you know, definitely they just need to get that capture. They ended up giving up the full charge to Shade, and they're going to be able to utilize it at some point, but they are on the defensive setting here. So just posted up on Spire, just kind of hanging out. Classic Mixup in the blue, starting to rotate around. Looks like they're going to go through sewers. I imagine that Shade and company are just going to sit back here and wait for a little bit and then pop the crits as Classic Mixup move in. So they sent a soldier forward to kind of poke around to kind of see what might be the deal. Also, again, trying to go through this Enigma sewer snipe. But, you know, this is a dilemma. They got to get the hits. They got to get the frags. And Enigma now gets a headshot on Banny. So there we go. That's a very worthwhile snipe. Also does very good SMG damage to Sizer. Sizer's going to pick up the pack inside. But as Mixup rotates back, they are going to clean it up. Here comes the crits, though. Lansky does get a crits rocket right onto Platinum. No other crit damage done. So 4 up for Classic Mixup, 4 up for HRG. And now 5, another spawn as well. So HRG doing good. Going to be able to push forward here as they just playing aggressive. Good air shot there as well. Doesn't hit the second one. Too bad. Shade goes down as well. But Lansky is able to escape with 19 health. Going to take the health back in the middle here. The intel room. A ramp room, but some cleanup frags coming down here from Classic Mixup. So good plays by them. They haven't captured Spire yet and have a lot of players forward. And now HRG going to get a bunch of spawns here as well. So Classic Mixup deciding, you know what, let's just play in their face. We'll capture maybe a little bit slower. And here comes 3 players. Oh, but no, not quite fast enough. Classic Mixup do still get the capture there. Even though maybe being a little risky with it by just chilling out on the Spire area for a while, not pushing their luck. They still do have a map point for HRG, and a Classic Mixup 2 rounds away from potentially taking this map and pushing things to a second best of 3. Still have the opportunity to do that, of course, if they lose this map. But let's see, as Classic Mixup take good positioning. Enigma picked out of the air by Tag. Tag goes down now, but here comes the follow-up punish by HRG. Platinum, Hard Blue going down. There goes DeBest as well. The Smack is going to get out with Seagull, but I think there's also already, yeah, a scout, excuse me, pushing around through the side, looking to find somebody, looking to make something happen. Doesn't scout anything out, though. And with the middle point being captured by Shrugger, Sizer and the rest of his team are going to be in an excellent position to take Spire very quickly. And Classic Mixup just, you know, setting up on the defense. I think we might potentially have another switch off here by Shade. Yeah, looks like the quic-fix Ubercharge used, switching to Crit Streak again. So good use of you know, the spawning player. And in response to that strategy, Mixup is going to try to come in and capitalize on it and say, you know, we can't sit back and wait. We can't let them play games with the charge like that. We can't let them get set up to attack. But unfortunately, Mixup just going down, just losing players. Smacka not able to keep players alive. And there we go. HRG takes the map 5-3. A very excellent game of process. Very exciting to see. And I'm looking forward to map 3. So I hope you, ladies and gentlemen, tune in for that. I am eXtine, and I will see you next time. Peace out!